Blessed be like Rava, and learn the light side of waterbending. Listen up, students. Water is the element of change, so you must always be ready to adapt to any type of circumstance or situation that presents itself. You must be able to literally go with the flow. Let your movements be fluid, like water. Don't be trapped in one state of mind. For it is only when you realize that water isn't just an element you can find in ocean, rivers, or ponds, but it is something that flows through and is the source of all life in the world, is when you'll truly be one with the light side of waterbending, allowing you to utilize rare waterbending abilities such as plant bending, which allows a waterbender to bend the water within plant life, which is great and advantageous in swamp, forest, or jungle-like areas. And another extremely useful power, which is held to such high regards in the light side of waterbending, is water healing, allowing you to speed up the healing process of a living creature's injured body. Just by using water, and depending on the type of water you're using, can either make the healing process go even faster, or even, in some cases, bring a person back from the dead. And this extremely useful ability isn't solely a charitable one beholden to others above yourself, as if you yourself get partially injured or fatally wounded, you can also utilize water healing to patch yourself up as well. A bending ability that was only taught to female waterbenders is now taught to all genders willing to learn it within the light side of waterbending. And the last power within the light side of waterbending that's even greater than water healing is spirit bending. Through the same manipulation of energy that water healing does, but instead of doing so on a human body, you're doing it on a spirit one, to turn them from a dark, hostile spirit to a light, docile one instead. This extremely powerful waterbending ability is very useful when you have spirits running amok in your region, as you can fight off dark spirits with bending, but they'll just keep coming back. So the only true way to resolve that situation is through spirit bending, turning them from a dark spirit into a light one through the light side of waterbending. So comment down below your thoughts on whether or not you're willing to join the light side of waterbending, and like, share, subscribe, and follow. Blessed be like Rava, and learn the light side of earthbending. Earthbenders need to be strong, they need to be sturdy, they need to be unmovable. But if you become too complacent, it's easy for you to be stubborn and hard-headed. And regardless of how it's sometimes hard to see, Earth is ever-changing. It is the element of substance, and a lot of things have substance. Whether it's ground, whether it's rocks that make up the mountains, whether it's muds that fill up the swamps, whether it's sand that you can find everywhere in the desert, whether it's crystal, whether it's steel, Earth can be found in most things. So most things through Earth are connected. And the light side of earthbending is about feeling that connection, understanding it, seeing through it, so you don't get stuck up on differences. Earthbenders are naturally strong, and they need to be able to move mountains, and they do so not as a sign of strength, but to show that they're capable of carrying the heavy weight that others may not be able to carry. The light side of Earthbender shows that Earthbenders can act as a pillar to hold up society and the rest of the world to what they could be instead of breaking them down into rubble. And through walking this path, you can learn many fantastical earthbending techniques such as seismic sense, or the ability to bend sand or crystal, with such unique techniques being difficult to master, but not to an earthbender willing to learn. With seismic sense, you'll be able to see through walls in the ground and have a better understanding of your surroundings. With crystal bending, you'll be able to bend crystal structures to your defense, and even use it to restrain others. And with sand bending being the most similar to water bending, it'll be the most difficult to master. But once you do, you'll be able to control the flow of sand the way waterbenders control the flow of water. And if you become strong enough with it, you'll be able to create sandstorms or bury enemies in dune piles of sand. So even with earthbending seemingly being straightforward, you can do a lot of things. You could even learn how to metal bend, which is bending the earth within metals to form it into a lot of different shapes as well as use it in a lot of different ways. And with how science advances every day, innovating the world into the future, it will definitely come in handy in a more metallic world. And that's all I really have to say, because with the light side of earthbending, it'll allow you to become a guardian of the people and protect the ones you love dearly, while also keeping your stance and being unmovable. So join the light side of earthbending today by like, sharing, subscribe, and follow. Comment down your thoughts and ring that notification bell for more. Stay great.
Blessed be like Rava and understand the light side of firebending. Firebending has always had a destructive streak. Whenever not used with care or caution, could easily lead to your friends and loved ones being burned. But that is not the true way of flame. Fire has always been meant to give life. Without it, you could not cook meat to eat. You could not warm yourself in the cold. And you could not create light in the darkness to guide yourself out of it. The true source of a firebender's power is passion. But passion without discipline can easily lead towards that firebender being corrupted and swallowed up by their obsessions. That's why you must always train hard and stay focused, while also always trying to understand others and fighting to protect them, so that your ideals will never be compromised and lead towards the subjugation and destruction of others. And the light side of firebending can put you on that path. It'll teach you many things, like how to move like the dragons that were the original firebenders, which will naturally increase the magnitude of your firebending potential. You'll also learn how to redirect lightning, allowing you to stop a powerful deadly force, especially when it's coming from another firebender who doesn't care about the preservation of life. You'll also be able to learn things such as heat transfer, which will allow you to take in and transfer out the heat source of a burning element such as fire or lava, effectively either putting them out or supercooling them, as well as many more other things, as long as you're willing to put the effort into learning them. As the light side of firebending requires much discipline, but once you've mastered it, will lead you and the world towards a brighter future. Please join the light side of firebending today, and also like, share, subscribe, and follow. Thank you.
Be blessed as Rava and learn this, the light side of airbending. Airbenders are already inclined to lean towards the light side, as they are derived from monks who are master practitioners in peace, understanding, and preservation of all life. Air, after all, is the element of freedom. So from the main techniques, styles, and culture of the air nomads, it teaches airbenders to be more evasive and detached when dealing with problems, but to also be more in tune with your surroundings, with nature, and with people, which leads to a lot of air nomads putting others above their own desires and helping those in need. Passing through like a helpful breeze, the light side of airbending is what most believes to be the core of it. And through walking the path of the light side, you'll be privy to a whole list of abilities that will prove to be not just useful to you, but those you wish to aid. Not just being able to conjure tornadoes or cyclones with a wave of your hand once you've really become strong enough in the light side of airbending, but to also be able to move at extraordinary speeds, being able to run as fast as gale force winds. But those are just the physical benefits of being a student of the light side of airbending. Here is where we go over the spiritual ones. As most airbenders have a natural connection with the spirits, through a lot of training and interactions with said spirits, understanding them and learning to sense them, it is then possible for those light side airbenders to gain the power of spiritual projection, which, as the name states, will allow them to be able to project their spirits in any location they desire to go to, regardless of how far it is from their location or inaccessible by physical means. This ability proves to be extremely helpful when it comes to gaining valuable information or sending out important messages to people. And with that combined with the other powerful aspects of airbending, who wouldn't want to join the light side of airbending? Because not only will you be able to do some good, but you'll still be able to ride the skies as you do so. And you'll still be able to get your cool Air Nomads tattoos showing that you are a master airbender. For more, like, share, subscribe, and follow.